All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. Let's take a look at our subscription goal. We are sitting at almost 9,300. We need 700 more subs to hit that 10K goal to give that $1,000 giveaway. And then we have 12K subs coming up to send a couple people to some games of their choice. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Dennis Burns is at the top. We have Kellen on this week. He's doing a great job so far, but that is the leaderboard right now. If you see your guys' name, reach out to us. BearsProfitPlays@gmail.com or on Twitter, BearsProfit @BearsProfit, and we need to get you guys set up so we can give you guys your picks out for the next couple of weeks. If you see your name, make sure you reach out. Also, if you want to become a member on our YouTube channel, we're going to be giving away $50 weekly to our members on YouTube. We have 15 to 20 right now. So if you become a member for just $4.99 a month, you have a chance to win $50 weekly. We're going to be doing that on our live show. We're going to put everybody on the wheel. We're going to spin it and give away $50 a week. So make sure you guys come check that out. Only $4.99 a month. Very cheap over there. And our plays are actually better over there as well. So guys, is going to do it. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get some NFL picks and props for Monday, December 18th slated game. Trey, throw up the leaderboard, and then we'll go to the picks.
Yeah, I am 0-1. I gave out the New York Giants plus 5.5 yesterday against the New Orleans Saints. You know, I was believing in Tommy Cutlets, Tommy DeVito, and the Giants offense finally looked somewhat normal in this game. They lost by 18 points. It was a tough watch. I was heartbroken. I wanted Tommy Cutlets to keep that win streak going, put his name in the MVP conversation, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I had the Cowboys on the money line. Cowboys minus 2.5. They got absolutely dominated in this game. I can't run away, right? I mean, I gotta stand tall here and just apologize. I'm sorry for everybody that took the Cowboys. You deserve better. I did feel like a god for 5 days because we'd won 5 straight. We beat the Eagles, and then just classic Dallas. If you're a Dallas fan, you know what I'm going through. Classic Dallas. You suck to begin, you get good, and then you come crumbling down right for the playoffs, and then you lose in the playoffs. So. I do apologize for everybody, and we're going to try to be better today. And I've got to watch the Eagles play on Monday night, which makes my night even worse. We're going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles on the road going up against the Seahawks. They are +3. What do we got for the over-under, Trey?
Looks like the over-under is sitting at 45 for us.
45. All right, start us off.
Yeah, and we forgot to introduce him, but we got a new guest on this week. We got Zach Wickenkamp here with us. Big Chiefs fan. As you guys know, I'm a Raiders fan. Bear is a Cowboys fan. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if he can make it through the week unscathed. But I'm pretty excited for this Monday Night Football game, and thanks for joining us this week, Zach. But the Philadelphia Eagles going up against the Seattle Seahawks. This is going to be a very fun game to watch. Both teams, they do desperately need to win this game. So we're going to see a fun and competitive game. I'm a little bit worried at what the spread is. -3 for the Eagles. They're easily the better team. I know they're going through some things on their team with some illnesses and some injuries. But at the end of the day, they're just easily the better team. So that's the way I'm going to go. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles here -2.5. It's at -135, which I absolutely love. It's not too much juice for me. Their offense is still loaded with playmakers, and their defense, especially their defensive line, is still full of dogs. And I just have to say this, it worries me even a little bit more. The Seahawks, they've won 7 straight games against the Philadelphia Eagles dating back to 2008. Pretty long streak, but this is a new Eagles team. These two teams haven't played since 2021. So I expect the Eagles to get back on the winning side, not just in this matchup, but also for their season. And we just easily forget just how good this Eagles team is. This Eagles team, they beat the Dolphins, the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Cowboys this season. They lost 2 straight games against 2 elite teams. They're going to get back on it on this game. So give me the Eagles -2.5.
That made me feel good. Dallas is elite?
Yes, they're elite. Come
really?
on.
Okay. All right. No, they still suck. Don't get caught up. All right. I like Seattle here, +3.5. They've covered the spread in 3 of the last 4 games. I know everybody's going to be like, oh, he's a Cowboys fan. He's just fading the Eagles. Well, Jalen Hurts, he's on his own plane. He is sick. He's got the flu, and he didn't fly with the team. So he might not even play in this game. We've got Darius Slay out in the secondary. If Geno Smith plays, I think Seattle might win this game outright. You want to talk about back against the wall. This is a must-win game for the Seahawks to make the playoffs. So give me the Seahawks +3.5 here. Also, the Eagles secondary is really bad. So if Geno Smith does play, look for him to take advantage of that secondary. But Zach, first play here in the NFL. Who do you like in this game?
I really like the Seahawks actually to cover this. You brought up some really good points, and I really didn't even hear about Jalen Hurts and that sickness. It seems that that's going on a lot of places in the NFL, especially with the Chiefs this past weekend. So something interesting to watch. And I've also observed a lot of just changing of the guard, whether that be we're a little bit kind of on the brink of playoffs or there's something in the water there because a lot of teams are starting to change their tune and get geared up for the playoffs. So I put the Seahawks in that category. I really believe that the NFC West is still wide open for anyone's taking. And so I'm really thinking the Seahawks are going to take this and at least cover the spread. And I also think with my pick, I think DK Metcalf, I will take at least anytime touchdown.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we're going with player props. I'll let you save that for the player prop side.
Okay.
But you're with me with Seattle here plus a 3.5. Trey's going to lone wolf with the Eagles. Trey, let's go over to the player props. Let's look at the leaderboard and we'll look at our plays.
I did not expect me to lone wolf. Come on, guys. We're talking about the Eagles here, but I mean, I'm not the NFL's any given Sunday, so I love lone wolfing. But on Sunday, I gave out DeAndre Hopkins over 4.5 receptions versus his former team in the Texans. And D-Hop, he did not impact this game like I thought he did. Only finished with 2 catches in this game. Derek Stingley, he just shut him down. It was kind of impressive to watch, but also depressing at the same time.
Yeah, I had Dakota Prescott over passing touchdowns. We could have took 1.5. I took 2.5. How about 0 for Dak Prescott today? CD Lamb was the only touchdown and a rushing touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys. So really bad pick by me. We're going to move on to the plays for tomorrow. Trey, start us off there.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about my prop. I'm going to go over to the receiving yards. I'm going to attack maybe the best wide receiver in the NFL outside of Tyreek Hill. Give me A.J. Brown to go over 81.5 receiving yards against the Seahawks. This number is just far too low because Brown, he's simply that dude for the Eagles this season, and that should continue in this game. And I do believe that for a couple reasons. The first one is his matchup here versus the Seahawks. It's just more juicy. They have one of the most leaky pass defenses in the NFL. That's because they allow 244 passing yards per game. That's the 8th most in the NFL. And we're going to see Brown get a ton of opportunities to make impact plays throughout. And we've seen time and time again that that's what happens. Jalen Hurts looks his way throughout the game early and often. And with this being a road game, it actually makes me love this play even more because his home road splits, he's actually having a higher average on his road games because he's averaging over 100 receiving yards on the road this season. So that's a 7-game sample size. It's pretty massive. I have a lot of confidence in Brown to show up and impact this game throughout. So give me A.J. Brown to go over 81.5 receiving yards versus Seahawks.
Yeah, Trey, I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to be with Zach here. I'm going to take DK Metcalf to go over his total yards, 61.5 receiving yards. The Eagles this season, they're the 7th worst team stopping the pass. They've allowed 3,600 yards, 29 touchdowns through the year this season for them. And DK Metcalf, over the last 5 or 6 games, he's had 90-plus yards in 3 of the last 5. He had 134 against the Dallas Cowboys. If Drew Lock wasn't playing against the 49ers, he probably would have had another 100-yard game. He had 52 in that one, but only had 2 catches. I do want to point out something that Zach said he's going to touch on it probably again. He's had 5 touchdowns in the last 4 games, so I don't hate DK Metcalf to score a touchdown in this one, but I'm going to go with his yards, over 61.5 yards, because I do think Seattle's going to have to score some points to keep up with the Eagles. Give me DK Metcalf over 61.5 yards as the play. Zach, you want to mention it again?
Yeah, you said it all, man. I think really he's due. I think he's going to have a monster game. He's been on a tear recently, and I think just he's the only weapon out there. So just get the best player the ball. It's a recipe for success every single time.
Yep, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but Darius Slay is out in this game. He's the best secondary guy they have back there. So I love the play. I love DK Metcalf to score. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, I don't know why Bear put Eagles over there
because I was depressed whenever I was typing notes. Sorry.
Yeah, it's easy to be depressed and Cowboys fan, Raiders fan. Our lives suck. But I give out the Eagles -2.5 against the Seahawks. I fully expect them to just win this game by a field goal. Come on, guys. We're talking about the Eagles here. They won the Super Bowl last year. They still have a lot of those same impact players on their team. I know it's a war by attrition this late in the season, so I feel like the Eagles are going to at least try to compete and win that game. And I'm also going with A.J. Brown over 81.5 receiving yards versus Seahawks. He's averaging over 100 on the road, so I expect him to be able to sniff his average here in this game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks with Zach +3.5. Back against the wall, must-win game to make the playoffs. I think they get it done. And then give me DK Metcalf over 61.5 receiving yards going up against the Eagles. Again, Darius Slay's out. The secondary's been really bad over the last 5 games and on the season in general. So I like that DK Metcalf play. Guys, that's going to do it for NFL Plays and Props for Monday, December 18th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But If you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,